Hello. Welcome to Tutors of Life podcast, where we research life so you don't have to. Episode 361. This is your host, Shaun Tutor.
63.
Are you dumb? We just did 60.
We just did 61, and we're recording ahead.
Oh, shit.
363.
This is 363. This is your host, Shaun Tutor.
And this is Sam. This is a tutor episode where we try to teach you something new.
So, like, presents, like, I don't think, like, I don't get that excited for them until, like, it's time to open them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, me seeing a present sitting there for me, it doesn't even, like,
Register?
no, I'm like, okay, cool, whatever.
Dang.
But, like, if everybody's opening gifts and I don't have a gift, I'm like, that kind of sucks. Or if everyone's opening gifts and then it's my turn, like, I'm like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, I got a gift, bitch.
Mm-hmm. I
haven't always been that way, by the way. When I was younger, I was like, I gotta open these fucking presents.
Yeah, you know the saying, curiosity kills the cat?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's definitely my problem. And like some of your gifts I'm like really excited about. One of them's not coming till after Christmas anyways, and I'm very upset about it.
We could wait. The present I got today, we could always wait to open that until I get mine.
No. Because you have like 6 other things in your stocking.
Yeah. Oh man, I was gonna get you more stuff. Like little stocking stuff for fillers, you know?
Yeah.
But I did it. I wonder what I could get you.
A couple of your things in your stocking, I'm just like, whatever. But there's one thing in your stocking that I got that, like, I am excited for it, and I'm really curious how you're going to react to it. So, yeah. As you can tell, guys, this is, we are trying to record ahead a little bit. 1, with the holidays coming up, and 2, with baby Tutor coming. We don't know what's going to happen, so we just wanted to be a little more ahead.
For sure.
So yeah, Christmas hasn't happened yet, obviously.
Cool. All right, so because this will be coming out
After Christmas.
Yeah. Wow. It will too. All right, what are we talking about today?
Character. I think it's a good podcast too. So this will be the last podcast of 2024.
Cool.
Coming out, obviously not being recorded.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think it's a good thing for you guys to kind of think about before going into the new year. Character. So we didn't really do any like research or anything for this one. It's just kind of like we were discussing it with a acquaintance, friend, coworker. Not really coworker. Business.
Can we say the name?
I don't know. You can if you want.
I don't remember who it was.
Oh, Dan.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So we were talking to one of our friends, Dan. And we were discussing like character with him and just how important it is to have a good character. 'Cause it really can persuade people to like you one way or the other, honestly. And I think too, like a lot of character probably also goes into like your like mental state a little bit. So like being more positive or negative, being more friendly or antisocial and stuff like that. Because if you have a good character, I believe you're going to be a more positive person anyways.
Yes.
So what we mean by character is just kind of like how you portray yourself to others. I wonder, we could look up like
Sure.
Characteristics.
Yeah, character, I mean, is definitely how you portray yourself to others, but a lot of things about character is like what you do when no one's looking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
And that's your real true character. So the things you do when no one's looking, like, do you sneak that snack?
Ooh, I like this. The mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. I really like that definition.
Yeah, that's good. But it's like what do you do? What do you do when no one's looking? I think is like their first building blocks of character. And so, are you doing the right thing? Are you staying disciplined? Oh, sorry. Are you getting your work done? Getting up and you going and you working out, or are you fucking off? Are you sitting on your phone, playing games, whatever, not getting the critical tasks you need to get done, and shit like that. And so your character, other portions of your character is like wishing well for others. So are you hoping well for others or not? Do you celebrate people's successes, things like that? Are you excited for your own successes? There's all sorts of things about character and building character that we might not often think of, right? I think it goes a lot deeper than what a lot of people think with characters. They probably think like whether a person is nice or not, is disciplined or not. But there's just so much more depth to a character, I think.
Oh yeah. So I, as I'm looking it up, guys, one, I found this neat little classroom thing for positive traits and negative traits. So
sweet.
Definitely, I was thinking right about positive or negative. Two, there was another one I saw that was like 465 different character traits.
Wow.
Because I mean, they really break it down to like just simple things. So I mean, like empathetic, altruistic, diligent, innovative, flexible, passionate, tolerant, inquisitive, motivated, resourceful. Obviously, those are all positive ones. I mean, you also have like dishonest, selfish, jealous, cowardly, slothful, rude, temperamental. So, I mean, you can really obviously break yourself down to a whole bunch of different character traits.
Yeah.
But just like the overall encompass, like you want people to have more positive characteristic traits that they think about you than negative ones. I'm sure everyone has a couple negative ones, but as long as they're the ones you don't display often, it's not too terrible of a thing.
Right.
So why is character so important, Sean?
I'm attracted to people with good character. So if you have a good character, you're most likely going to attract other individuals with good character. You can, and if people have good character, you can like all build together, grow together. People can trust that you're going to do the right thing. And so they'll like put more trust into you, work with you more, want to chill, vacation, whatever with you, right? I think character is so good and so important because it allows you to build stronger relationships. And when you think of the three most important things, like Brad Lee always talks about health, relationships, money. And so I think your character really plays in to your relationships a ton. And also your character has traits in it like your discipline and stuff. And so your discipline goes into your health and your discipline goes into making money too, right? And so I think your character really can get your like three most important things in life just because of your attitude, your character, things like that.
Yeah. We talk about it too, like being associated with good people too. So I mean, you want to make sure like you're doing business with someone with good character, because one, you know that the business will be successful most likely. But two, like more people will be willing to like work with you or go to your business because you're working with someone more positive.
Absolutely.
Because I mean, like there's some big people in Eau Claire that so many people have negative mindsets on them that like I would say it even affects like I bet you it affects their like restaurants that they own. So like the Mogansons.
Sure.
One of like so many people are very like have so many negative things to say about the husband.
Sure.
Or I guess they're not married anymore.
They're not married anymore.
But the guy, and he has a restaurant, and I bet you it does like affect how many like if people go there or not because they have such a negative view on him.
Yeah, I think so, definitely. I also know like I know people who won't go to the wife's restaurant anymore either, because of the like stance she took on vaccines and things.
Oh yeah, because you had to present a card to go into her restaurants.
So I know people who used to go there and like that establishment that said they will never support them again. So I mean, it definitely, both sides of the aisle, in that realm, it definitely can affect your business for sure. But I mean, dude, even think about it like this, like. We know and work with some subs that we really trust. Okay. We know and have worked with subs with poor character who we can't trust.
Yeah.
Who keeps getting work?
The ones that we can trust.
With the good character. We'll partner with people and do projects, do deals and stuff. We don't need to most of the time.
Yeah.
Like we don't like to do so. We don't need to, but if we're gonna like partner with someone, they're gonna have good character.
Yeah.
I'm not going to partner. I've been presented opportunities to partner with people to do things that don't have good character, and I just say no. Yeah. I'm not. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if the deal's great. I don't care if it's gonna make me money. I'm not interested.
Sorry guys, don't mind my Velcro.
It just, people will sell out for money a lot of the time, and that shows what someone's character is like. And like we've talked about it and stuff. Like as you like, there's certain things that as you're building your character, you realize it's just not worth selling out anymore.
Yeah.
For certain things, right? Like it's better to know like these are like the values I'm living by. This is how I'm going to live. So I'm not going to do X, Y, and Z just for a payday.
And character is definitely something you can change too, like over time.
Big time.
So I mean, like we knew some people that didn't have great character for a while, ourselves even. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
And
us.
Yeah, I mean it takes time obviously to change, but like it's something we were discussing today was or this week is we both have to update our vision boards, and we have these little brand boards as well. And it's smart on those boards, or if you have a daily reminder you like to read, to put like some positive character traits that you want people to know you by. And just by trying to reinforce that and changing your actions over time, like it can just be who you are. You don't have to think about it or put much effort into it anymore. But you do have to, like we talked about on last week's episode, you do have to put in effort right away to get to a point where you don't have to put in as much effort.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, you can definitely change your character traits as it just takes time.
It just takes time. It takes discipline. It's easy though. But the first thing is just like, dude, it's everything, right? It's just identifying where there's an issue. Mm-hmm. So first you got to identify there's an issue. So you identify that you need to accept that there's an issue, and then you need to look for a solution, and then you need to implement for a solution. Mm-hmm. And then after a lot of repetition, a lot of discipline, a lot of years, you'll be seen as someone with good character. Mm-hmm. And it's not a complex concept. It's super simple. It's just a lot of work. Mm-hmm. And we know multiple people who don't want to put in the work.
Right. It's so important to have good character, especially nowadays. We live in a very negative society in general. And so it's good to have like these positive people, because the more people that we can have with these positive character traits, the more it can spread.
Yeah.
The negative ones obviously spread easier than the positive ones. But like, who knows? Today I was at Aldi, and this sweet little old lady usually has someone do her shopping for her, but she had to do it herself. And there was a long line in the regular checkout. Mm-hmm. She's like, "Can you help me with this self-checkout? I've never done it before." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, sure." So I like helped her. I like scanned some of her stuff for her. And then she had bananas. She's like, "What do I do with the bananas?" And I was like, "Just put them on the scale." And then I showed her where the buttons were and pushed them for her. And then helped her with her card, because she usually pays in cash. Mm-hmm. And just at the end of it, she just like looked at me, grabbed my arm, and she's like, "Thank you so much." And I was like, "You have a wonderful day." I was like, "I'm glad I could help."
That's awesome.
But just like something little, like, because now I'm sure like that just like brightened her day.
Oh, for sure.
So now like, she probably just went home because it was, snowing this morning.
Right.
But like, who knows, right? If you do something so simple and nice for someone, they could then spread that to the next person, and 100%. Then to the next person.
100%.
Don't do the stupid shit in the drive-thrus, though. I hate when people do that. Well, I'll pay for the person behind me.
That's so fucking annoying.
Yeah, don't do that shit. Do like real acts of kindness.
I was just talking to Corey about this the other day. I remember this plain as day. Remember when we were at the grocery store about a year back, and a big old person walks up. Were you with me? I don't know. Big person walks up, and in their cart, they've got like chicken, beef, bacon, some ham, some sandwich meat, and then garbage. Mm-hmm. Just junk food. Were you with me?
I don't know. Just
junk food, right? And they're ringing it up, and they're like, bing, $200 and whatever, $200 some dollars. And the lady's like, shit, I only have 125. And so she's like, I think if I remember correctly, it was like 75-ish over. That's like roughly what it was. So I was looking at her cart, and I was like, all right, if this lady,
did we both do this at separate occasions and not know it?
I don't know. I'm watching, and I was like, if this lady takes out the Little Debbie's, if this lady takes out the chips, mm-hmm. I was like, if this lady takes out all this stuff and leaves the meat, I will offer to pay for everything. Mm-hmm. I was like, I will pay for everything. And she goes, well, what's the most expensive thing? And the guy is like, oh, your big pack of beef. And that's $40. She's like, okay, get rid of that. And I was like, stop it. And she's like, what's the next expensive thing? Well, your chicken's expensive. She's like, oh, get rid of the chicken. And then he's like, well, the bacon's $7.99. Get rid of the bacon. And I'm just sitting here like, shut the fuck up. She gets rid of every good thing in the cart. The next healthiest thing she had in the cart was sandwich meat to make her like 125. And she checked out and left. And I was like, had you been willing to get rid of the fucking Little Debbie's, you fat bitch, I would have bought everything. I would have paid the extra, including your Little Debbie's. But you got poor character, honey, and I'm not supporting that shit.
Yeah, I did the exact same thing to a different lady, but she had like ice cream and a pack of soda and stuff in there, and I was like, if she takes out any of that stuff,
Yeah,
I'll gladly pay for it. And then nope.
It's fucking ridiculous, dude. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. The best part is like the lady that I saw her going out to her car, and it must have been her son or something in the car. And so she's like explaining to him, and he's like, did you get any meat of any sort? And she's like, well,
we were together.
We were together?
We were together. Keep going.
I don't remember you being there for this.
Yeah, we were together. Keep going.
Okay. And she's like, well, I had to put it all back because I was over. And he's just like, well, we'll just make it work. I was just like, yeah. Ugh, it was just mind-blowing.
Yeah, it's fucked up. That's fucked up. Real quick on that protein thing. So I was listening to Bert Soren on the Joe Rogan Experience. He owns Soren X equipment. He said he went to Africa and did a hunt, and I think he killed a water buffalo, something like that. And there's like 200 pounds of guts. And so he's like, well, what do we do with these guts? Do we like load them up in a barrel and like, you know, ship them to the edge of the woods and dump them? And they're like, no. Leave the guts. The whole village is going to get together tonight and have a party.
Oh, dang.
And he's like, what do you mean? And the guide's like, the village is going to be so happy. They never miss an opportunity for protein. They're going to clean out the guts. They're going to eat the stomach. They're going to eat the lungs, liver, heart, brain, tongue, every single thing. They are going to eat the whole thing.
I mean, 200 pounds can feed a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, once you get all the literal shit out, I'm sure it drops it by, 7,500 pounds or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably 75 pounds. Yeah, something like that. Anyways, yeah. So the guy's like, "Oh, we don't know what poverty is.
No,
we don't.
We
don't know what poverty is.
No.
When you will eat the whole stomach and guts of an animal, we don't know what it is.
No.
So I thought that was interesting.
Anyways, character.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just think it's important for you to sit down, work out your vision or brand, board, whatever you want to call it, and start thinking about what type of person you want to be. What do you want people to see you as? Who do you want people to see you as? And really, I mean, you can even pull up a list of the, what did I say, 400 and 694 character traits or whatever. And just start writing down things that you want people to see you as. And in 2025, work on being a better person. Hopefully things are changing for the better in the US. Who knows? But we need to start being more positive people and just portraying more positive traits. So I think 2025 would be a good year to start changing, start making those adjustments in your life, and I mean, you can even push your positive thoughts onto other people if you want.
Mm-hmm. I like that. Something that I think a lot of people think is like twofold. One, they think they're in too deep.
Mm-hmm.
Two, they think they're in too deep, so they can't change. They can't whatever. Two, they care what people think.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of people will not change their behavior because their behavior, their habits, their situation, because they're concerned about what other people are going to think of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like one thing I could think of is like some people will be in a career surrounded by negative influences, by bad characters,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which then you're the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And it just so happens that when you're at work, you tend to spend a lot of time with people. And so if you're there and you're spending time with people of not as high quality characters you'd like, and they're bringing you down, but you're sticking around for money because you're afraid, you're in too deep, you don't want to get out and get a different career, get a different job, because maybe you're making $150,000 a year and you don't want people to like look down on you for taking a different job where maybe you're making 80,
Mm-hmm.
but you're happy
Mm-hmm.
and you're surrounded by good people and your character raises. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think a lot of people tend to think they're in too deep. They don't have an option. And a lot of times people are thinking this at 30,
Yeah.
at 40, at 50. People are thinking this at 60. I'm like, that shit blows my gourd, dude. I'm like, you will seriously sit there, not reach your full potential of like human being, not like money,
Mm-hmm.
but reaching your potential of a human being and like what you could give to like not necessarily the world, but more so like your network, your circle. By being the best person you can be, you'll influence so many people around you to be better people as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a couple there's a couple people I think of when I think of like making the right decision. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because they live their life through like good character, good moral standing and stuff. And so just from me being in their vicinity a little bit, I will think of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And to do the right thing. And then it gives me like hope, or like it just gives me more of like a North Star, right?
Yeah.
But people will not be willing to go through the hardship of changing their situation, both the hardship of maybe figuring out a different budget, maybe cutting some costs, maybe learning a new skill or whatever, going through people potentially talking about them, people talking to them about them making a mistake, shit like that, themselves questioning if they made the right choice, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And all that so they could come out on the other side and be a better person.
Mm-hmm.
The guy Dwayne, who was on the Cowboy Dwayne, have you seen him? The old guy. He's the one I was listening to on Chris Williamson's podcast.
Okay.
Modern Wisdom. But he was essentially, what he said is like, it's a depressing life, a life that's driven by money.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. Like that's like the worst type of life you could live, is one driven by money.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because there's nothing wrong with making money. There's nothing wrong with making money. But if your life is 100% focused on making money, there's chances you're going to do things against your moral code, against your character, to make more of it.
Mm-hmm. Because, yeah, there's a difference between, like, making money, like, I need to make money for myself, versus, like, I need to have my company make more money so then I can give my employees raises.
Oh, for sure.
Right? Like, so I can take care of my employees. Like, that's so different than, like, I mean, so many bigger companies now are just like, let's make more money so we get more money.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's definitely different ways to think about why your company should make more money.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I agree. And like, it's good to have a profitable company and like you to make money because you're working hard 100%. But like, a lot of it's like, oh, we need to increase our prices because we have, office staff and we have multiple guys in the field. And so it's like, we need to increase prices so that all these people can eat.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
And we want them to be able to more than just eat. We want to be able to like be successful and be happy and shit. And so you got to charge more.
Mm-hmm.
But so if you're charging more, what do you then have to do? You got to provide a good product
That's worth it.
that's worth it. You got to be of good character so people like are happy to work with you and want to continue working with you.
Mm-hmm.
So
Simple.
I think so. Simple but not easy.
Yeah.
Got anything else?
No.
All right, gang. Here's the deal. Work on your character. Even if it's great, you can be better. I got a lot to work on myself. I'm by no means of great character. I like to think I'm of good character, working towards great.
Yeah. And who knows, like maybe there's some character traits that like you didn't realize you could have that you could have.
Yeah.
Or just like little things that you could change. I know like one of my things is I'm a procrastinator and I'm trying to implement different things to make myself, what's the opposite of procrastinator? What?
I don't know.
But I'm trying to do things to make it so I'm the opposite of it. And it can just be like little things like that even.
Yeah, a lot of times people put themselves in a box and go, this is who I am, when, this is who I am, this is what I'm known for. When if you just look at like, oh, if I do something different for the next 5 years, I'm going to be known as that. Like showing up on time.
Mm-hmm.
Like people know, like I am known as showing up late. Like I'm always 10 minutes late.
Yep.
Like
Always.
you can just guarantee I'm going to be 10 minutes late. If I wanted to, I could change that. And in 5 years, I will be known as the person that's never late.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to change that.
Promptness is the opposite of procrastination.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I should be prompt with my fucking time I arrive to shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I'm so bad at that.
It's like we talked about the other day. Just so many things you predict are not going to take as long as they do.
I over-dick around. And I talk a lot.
Mm-hmm. You definitely dick around.
I have, this is why I've got like yesterday when I was trying to like make all my shit work in time, Rico wanted to show me something and I couldn't tell him no.
Really?
That's what it is, dude. So Rico's like, hey, you want to see these cabinets I did yesterday? And I'm like, yeah, dude, show me. So he shows me, and then I'm like, fuck, I'm going to be late now. You know what I'm saying?
You know what you also do? We're just really tearing down Shaun right now. That's great. Once your schedule gets thrown off, you almost just chuck it out the window.
I'm like nuclear, dude.
So this morning, like we were like planning on being out of the house by 7. So because we didn't really have any actual commitments, we slept in.
Yep.
Which I'm fine with sleeping in because I can get up and get going and like be out of the house in like half an hour. So not a big deal for me. But Shaun, if he is dicking around, it takes him an hour and a half to get out of the house. And if I'm here with him, then that means it also takes me an hour and a half to get out of here as well. And so this morning, We get up late. You did do your rice right away, which was nice. And then you're like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. And I was like, I'm going to go outside and start blowing off our cards because there's snow. And how long was I outside for?
I don't know, dude. I just went and hung out on the couch with Mimi.
Didn't get dressed.
I was just in my robe for like 20 minutes hanging with Mimi.
Yeah, I came inside to tell Shaun something, and he's still in his robe. And I was just like...
Oh, dude, when you walked in, I was still in my robe. I was like, oh, I bet she's mad. I bet she's mad.
Very. Because then I went and just shoveled the sidewalks quick, and then I came back, and he was dressed. And I was like, oh, you're dressed now.
I have an issue, dude, and that is getting going. Mm-hmm. If I don't have a commitment...
Yeah, you suck.
If I don't have a commitment, I, like, don't know how to function.
That's why it's been really nice, like, with you and Brooke, like, working out in the mornings. Mm-hmm. And then you have jujitsu, so, like, you have to be out and gone by, like, 6 a.m. every morning. And it's so nice. Because then, once again, I can get up at 6:30, 7, whatever time, and it only takes me half an hour to leave.
Things are going to change when we have a kid.
Well, obviously.
I'm not sure how, though, yet.
I'll probably have to get up with you.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure this one's going to wake us up before your alarm will go off.
That makes sense. Mm-hmm. Cool. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.
See you.